Hi besties, and welcome back to another episode of Luni Tunes. Today is a different type of topic and direction that I'm taking, which is weird because I'm all about pink and girly, but we're actually talking about cars. And if you didn't know this about me, I'm actually a very big car enthusiast, which is why there is no better guest to bring with me on this episode than my friend Raed. Hi Raed.
Hi, how are you, Luna?
I'm good. Thank you for being on Looney Tunes.
It's my pleasure.
Introduce yourself to our listener.
So basically, my name is Raed Jihad. I'm from Jordan and Brazil. I'm 24 years old, and I love cars and football and, of course, anything related to activities. And remember, guys, be healthy and...
Be healthy.
Yes, be healthy, guys.
Be healthy. Honestly, that's good advice.
By the way, speaking of healthy, I would say that basically the thing is with the cars, it's basically a sport thing. So it has to relate to health, because when they train, they basically train and they move their body too much.
Yeah, of course. And racers, I heard that racers usually lose about 3 to 4 kilos of bodily fluid when they race.
Yeah, shit.
That's crazy.
Trust me. In a Formula 1, I would say it's different from the car, actually, because when I went to the track, the experience is different. And
you did the Formula 1 experience, and yes?
We did, but where there was like, we need to pay for that, so it's a lot, to be honest. So we don't want that.
It is expensive.
For one thing experience, I would not do it for one time, and it's like around how long?
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So I would not pay that much amount for that. But the thing is, there is another option where you use your car, which is a risk because there are other people with you, and you need to track it.
Oh my God.
You need to be aware. But see, there's two different types of sectors. There's intermediate and there's the higher one.
Okay.
So which they call it novice. So this one, there are two different types. That's why.
Which level are you on?
Of course, intermediate. No, because the higher one is supercars. So you're not allowed to get in because it's very quick cars.
So there's like an eligibility for the cars. Only certain cars can be eligible.
Yeah, you can.
What type of cars? V8?
It has nothing to do basically with the engine, I would say, because it depends. There are cars that has smaller engines but high performance. So, for example, I would talk about my car. Because
what's your car? Tell them.
Okay, so the thing is, basically they call it in Arabic here they call it Subaru, but in American they say it Subaru, which is BRZ. And the thing is about this car, I love it because see, too many people they like it. Too many people are like, underestimating it. I chose it for a reason, not to drag it, to track it and drift it.
Okay.
So, but I would prefer tracking. I love tracking. Like I told you.
What is tracking? What do you do?
So a tracking is where you go to a specific place that you can race, and there's no limitation for you. You can do whatever you want, but there are rules that you need to follow, of course. Now, when you go there is like a guy who will sit next to you. If it's your first time, the guy will sit next to you. And the moment he sits next to you, he's going to be talking to you and directing you where to go, because there is, of course, they need to follow the safety rules.
Yeah, of course.
Because sometimes crashes happens.
Have you ever crashed while tracking?
No, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, okay.
No, I never did it. But outside, of course, we crashed normally because people, they drive.
People driving here sucks. I'm so sorry, guys. If you have a license in the UAE, you don't know how to drive. Like, no way.
About UAE, basically in each emirate, people drive totally differently.
100%.
So let's say Abu Dhabi is the most safest. For me, the most craziest is Sharjah. I used to study there.
Me too. Where did you used to study?
University of Sharjah.
Yeah, we were neighbors. I was in AUS, UOS.
Yeah, and I used to play football with the
AUS?
Yes. So we used to go there and play and then come back. They never won us, by the way. We exposed
Honestly,
them.
I'm not gonna defend them, صراحة. Like,
خلاص, we are done. We graduated. We took what we
graduated.
Want, so
I'm not gonna defend you. Sorry. But yeah, no, driving in Sharjah, I actually, like, every single time I've ever driven there was once where I started having a full mental breakdown. Like, fully, I started crying in the car because it's too crazy. It's too crowded, and people just do whatever they want. Yani, they're not following the rules. They're not following anything. Suddenly someone comes here. Suddenly someone breaks. Like, it's crazy. I started having a mental breakdown, and then I stopped on the side of the road, and I was like, I'm not driving until the traffic finishes. I'm not driving. It's crazy.
So okay, now when you mentioned that breakdown, hello, in Abu Dhabi it's totally safe, it's totally fine. But the thing is, what I love in Abu Dhabi is more peaceful than Dubai.
Living there, yeah, but honestly, driving there, okay, there's no rush hour, there's no like crazy traffic in Abu Dhabi.
Everything is connected, basically.
Yeah, and it's like a triangle. Like you're here, and then suddenly you're here, and then like it's all the same point.
Yeah.
You can't get lost in Abu Dhabi. You go out on the street, you know where you are.
See, because the thing is, with Dubai, it's mostly full with the expats. So
yeah, but Abu Dhabi, we have mostly UAE citizens, so
yeah, locals. So the thing is, when in Dubai, I would say like the population is more. So you have around now almost 4 million.
Oh my God.
4 million, yeah.
Dubai is small, by the way. I don't think people understand how small it is. Like, it's not that
it's
big.
It's like a one-line thing.
Yeah.
You know? But see, for that, they are expanding.
Yeah, they are expanding.
Yeah, they are expanding more, so, yeah.
No, but the traffic here in Dubai, like, when I did an internship here, absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know how people are still sane and they still have a brain in their head, because what do you mean if my job starts at 9, I have to be awake at 6 and be on the road at 7, and still I might be late, and then if I finish at 6, I reach home 8:30, 9.
Yeah, I agree. Sure. I agree, exactly. But nowadays, I think now they fixed the issue. So now
did they?
Yeah, there is a bridge.
Did they?
There is a bridge. Yes.
What bridge?
There is a new bridge upcoming. Yeah. Check the news. Check the news.
But no, I feel like that's the only thing.
It's between Sharjah and Dubai, by the way.
Sharjah and Dubai. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about the new bridge between Sharjah and Dubai. But Dubai, like Hassa, for example, alone is like 4 hours. Once I spent 4 hours on Hassa. 4 hours. This is a very huge problem. This is one of the reasons why I don't want to work in Dubai or live in Dubai, because I'm going to spend my life in the car. And cars here, by the way, their durability is not that long. Yani,
oh, speaking of that, I love it. I love it. No, most people, when they come from outside, let's talk about Jordanian people. In Jordan, you can get any car you want. Any car you want. If you want to own a Mercedes, there is no issue for it. BMW, no issue for that. But when you buy a BMW used one and Mercedes, high chances to be in Musafah. 100%. The thing
Speaking from experience.
Exactly, yeah, that's the thing. For me, when I talk about cars, I think in a different way. Like, I don't look at based on what people want, and I look what I prefer, what I see correct. Since you're living in the UAE, high humidity.
Yeah.
So let's say we want to put some things on that side. First thing, the cars that has turbocharged, they suffer in the summer. They suffer a lot. Humidity goes in, khalas.
Yeah.
So it's not good for them. About German cars. Okay. Since you're
listen. The new ones is you buy one from the dealership, 0 kilometers, a new BMW, a new Mercedes. It's fine. It can stay 5 years. It can stay 5 years, but that's the limit.
I would disagree. I would tell you why.
No.
I have a friend. He has a BMW 7 Series. Literally.
7 Series is the worst model you can get. Why choose a 7 Series?
I will tell you why. It's from a concept of one car from the BMW, which is the highest. This car, it's new.
Yeah.
The mileage was around 5,000. The car literally stopped working. Switch off.
But where did he buy it from?
This is a safety feature, by the way. It went on the right, he stopped, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work.
Because of the engine.
I don't know.
No, the radiator is the one that heats up the most in BMWs.
German thing.
You always need to fill the coolant.
Yeah, for the older models, I agree with you. Nano صراحة, to be honest with you, what I loved about the old cars, everything is very, very traditional. I feel if you want to own an old car, you will take care of it.
For context, by the way, guys, he's talking about my car. It's a 3 Series 2010.
Yeah.
Very old, but I love it.
But see, at least if you take care of the car and you
I
maintain it
take
very
care
well.
of the car.
The thing is, when you buy a car, let's say you want to buy a used one, okay? It's very rare to find something clean, but when you buy it, you can actually maintain it. This is about the German. Let's go to the Japanese.
Japanese are the best cars to have in the UAE, صراحة, in my opinion.
And also GCC. Now,
and GCC.
Like, okay, let's talk about the brand since we mentioned Japanese, okay?
Okay.
Why do you think people don't like Toyota?
They think it's a cab car. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And no, all the taxis here, most of them are Toyota. Drivers, Kareems, like they don't think it's like special on the road because it isn't. You know, there's a lot of people that have Toyota. Half of the population has Toyota. So it's not like unique. So for car people that like cars, like they try to avoid it.
There is one car that I love. It's a classic one. Aside from the Supra, aside from these cars that they mentioned, there's one car that is called 2000 GT Toyota. This car, it looks like a Ferrari. An old classic one. If you check it out, I swear
Insert
to you.
picture.
I swear to you, this car is amazing. Now, the thing is, when you go back into the, let's say, 90s and 80s, GDM was rolling everything. Like, seriously, rolling everything. In streets and outside.
Okay.
Like, for example, why I brought the Nissan today? For a reason.
Why?
There is a car that is, its name, it's GTR R32. So they name it as a nickname, which is Godzilla. They name it for a reason. During the racing, it was for the first time that it participated. It won a race. And then they tried, so basically the Japanese are so crazy, by the way. They are literally, when it comes to cars, they are so crazy.
Isn't Honda Japanese?
Yeah, Honda is Japanese. You can.
Max Verstappen uses a Honda engine.
You know, the good thing about it, you can actually drive the car without an oil for long mileage.
No way.
Yeah, you can.
That's the thing, like their durability is insane.
Very high.
You can have a Toyota for like
years.
20 years, 30 years.
You see the Lexus LS 430?
Oh my God, this
F16.
car?
Yeah.
Animal. It's an animal of a car. Every time on the highway, like if I see it, I don't move for the Nissan Patrol. I move for the Lexus.
They call it. That's why they call
crazy.
it F16. Nano, when they are speeding, they don't care who's the car in front of them. So.
No, literally, and they don't care if they crash. Because by the way, parts are cheap. Come on, for Japanese cars.
When you have a demand, the prices will be lower. Less demand, higher prices. Yeah. For example, let's talk about my car.
Yeah.
Subaru basically is not well known in GCC. But with car enthusiasts, well, let's say around 60-70% car enthusiasts, they know about this car. They know what it's good for. The others, they don't know.
Yeah.
Which is like underestimating the car. Now, if you go to USA, Canada, Australia, it's very well known. Even in Russia, it's very well known. When you talk about this car, it's used for winter season. In UAE or GCC, you don't need it. In Jordan, you need it.
Yeah.
So if you look around it, when you see the car in the streets, most people will not know it. But let's say you bring Ford Mustang. People will know this Ford Mustang. I know it. We love it.
Yeah.
But for me, when I see it, my friends will hate me for this. But when I look at the Ford Mustang, I feel it's like a taxi.
Really?
It's like a taxi.
Mustang.
Yeah.
It's not. Listen, it's not giving taxi, but it is like.
Because
too popular, it's too overused. And it's not hard to get. Like it's not a gem, you know. You can buy it from anywhere. It's very
most people
stock.
who buy the Ford Mustang is American spec. Actually, by the way, most cars that are owned in the UAE, most of them are American specs. If you notice about this, most of them they buy everything from outside. Mercedes, you will find American spec. BMW is very rare to find it like American spec.
Yeah, it's mostly GCC.
Yeah. But Mercedes, a lot of them are American spec, and you have also Ford Mustang, Camaro, and Dodge. All these American cars, they are mostly from outside. Another thing, when you look at the cars, let's say the cars that are American spec, if you look at it from Japanese side, it's totally different from the Japanese car.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, my car, if I bring an American spec and I compare it to my car, the durability of my car is more than the American spec. Because everything that is manufactured from the USA is quickly compared to the Japanese. The Japanese doesn't have any issue. If you watch, let's say, if you watch YouTube, all the issue you will find them from American specs.
True.
But
that's why my dad always says whenever we're buying a car or looking at a car, he makes sure it's GCC specs, because American is tricky here. Like driving it in the heat, like it's very hard.
About this, some people, when they look about the American and the GCC, they think it's because of radiator. Actually, both cars are the same.
Yeah.
Everything is built the same. There is no difference between them. But the thing is, when you buy an American spec, they remove these parts. So whenever they remove it, the car will overheat.
Exactly.
But let's say now you want to buy an American spec, it's the same as GCC, but only the difference is the features. The feature in American spec are more than GCC, and the prices are lower. But you're gonna buy, of course, you're gonna pay for the, what they call it, transportation.
The
exporting thing, which costs around 4,000 or 5,000 dirhams.
Not worth it, honestly, is it?
I will disagree. It's worth it.
Why?
It's much better. See, most people who trade with cars, actually, they buy most of the cars that are from American spec.
Okay.
They trade them and they use them like to sell them with other people. The thing is about it, it's worthy. But you need to have a network, you need to have connection with people, and you need to have a branding name.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that's why, when I was young kid, I started loving cars from the age of 6, 7. So there was a movie called Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
If you know it.
Of course.
You must know. The car that I saw was the first one is actually a Toyota Supra. So this car, I loved it, but later on, honestly.
Isn't it manual?
Yeah, there is automatic and there is manual.
There is automatic.
The thing about this car, I loved it for a while, and it's Japanese. See, for me, Japanese, I love them. But another Toyota Supra, I feel it's overrated. It's overrated. Like, people love it because of reputation. The engine, okay, it's 100% good, but there are other cars that are better than it.
Yeah.
Way, way better. But because of the engine, when you modify it, it's totally, totally different when it comes to this car. So that's why people take this engine and they can put it in any car. So the engine name is 2JZ. There is also 1JZ.
What's the difference?
Power, I would say, and of course the size of the engines are totally different, so that's why they named it. But 1JZ, it can be used in there's a car that is called, it's an old car, I don't remember it, Toyota Crown, actually it's a 12-cylinder car, which is a very big one. Yeah.
Whoa.
Back in time, these cars were made for mafia. The Lexus one, the Toyota Crown. No, seriously, the Toyota Lexus. Sorry, basic Toyota and Lexus are one.
Same.
So if you call it Toyota, it's fine. The 430 LS 430 actually was used for these things, and it looks like a mafia car, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it does.
And there is the other one, which is LS 400. And I don't know why I'm talking about these cars, but they are very famous. So
what sounds better, the 2JZ or the RB?
Allah. Okay, there is a reason why I wore the Nissan. So like I said, of course the RB26 it's way better. It's way better.
Really?
See, when you talk about the 2JZ, it's legal street. But now let's talk about Nissan. Nissan has more history than Toyota. Toyota was in the sports racing for a time. Then they stopped. But Nissan has a strong reputation in racing. They won four times in a row in racing. They went to Germany. They went to Australia. They went to different countries. They didn't feel there is any competition.
Rally racing?
No, as racing normally. The normal cars. They use the Nissan GTR R32. That's why it was called Godzilla for a reason. Yeah. Because it smashed too many cars. When they made the GTR, when actually they stopped it, by the way, the Skyline, the last one was in like 1999. They stopped it. They came again. They built it in 2009. But what I loved about this car, the size of engine, is smaller, and it can beat a lot of supercars. When you talk about supercars, are like Lamborghini, Ferrari, etc., Bugatti. When I say beating them, you have a number, like a crazy of numbers when you check the acceleration. A lot to us, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The acceleration thing, it doesn't matter. But when you talk about Japanese technology, it's so crazy. Like, it's super, super crazy. The way how they make cars in a very simple way, especially in sports. Like, they don't need to bring a big engine to give some horsepower. And I don't care, honestly, we don't care about horsepower. When it comes to a car enthusiast, the last thing you're going to care about is the horsepower.
Okay.
It's just a number.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a JDM fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Why?
Like I said,
What do you like?
so basically the brands that are well known in GDM, of course, Honda, I will put it in the last. And I love Hondas, but not all of them. Yani, it's a long story. But if I would rate from 1, let's say 1 to 5, for me, Subaru is the number 1. It's my
That's
favorite.
kind of biased, though, because it's your
not,
car.
No, I will tell you why. From a kid, when I saw it the first time in Fast and Furious 4, the reason why I love it, it's a world rally car.
Yeah.
So Subaru is very well known, and by the way, most people, they don't know. Like every car brand, it has an history. If you look through that, you will know what it has. So most people, when they look through Subaru, they don't know the history of this brand. It's very well known for world rally.
Yeah.
So if you check the car that is called WRX, there is WRX STI. So there is a name behind that. It's not just a name branding. There's a name. So WRX stands for World Rally Extreme. So if this car, you can take it on a off-road, which is not off-road, the one which is sand, like off-road normally. You can go there and you can race. It's crazy. There is a sport. If you watch it, I swear it's amazing.
I don't really watch. I mean, I used to watch rallies when I was growing up because my dad was a rally driver.
Yeah.
But now, as I grew, I'm a big fan of Formula One racing.
Now
more than normal cars. Yeah.
See, for me, this sports entertainment is something different.
It's insane.
Yeah, when you talk about Formula One, you put it on the side. When you talk about
it's completely different.
Totally
it has nothing to do with an actual car. The mechanics, the build, the engineering,
everything.
Different.
Like in World Rally, when you go through it, there are specific car brands that you will mention.
Yeah.
One of them is Audi.
Yeah.
Audi, and there is Porsche, and there is Subaru.
Yeah.
But for me, those 3 top cars.
There's also Alfa Romeo.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old ones. Yeah.
That was the car that my dad used to race
I
in.
love Alfa Romeo.
I love Alfa Romeo.
You know what's the engine on it?
No.
Ferrari.
No way.
Allah, Ferrari.
Wait,
But
why did I feel like I knew that I knew there was a connection, but I didn't know that it was the engine.
No, it's I think 2.9 cc liter, something 2,900 cc, but it's 6-cylinder, twin turbo. But what I love the car, it sounds
amazing. But how you know that Formula One is عن جد different than actual cars is because the Alfa Romeo team in Formula One.
Okay, I will tell you.
Garbage. Also, they're not here anymore.
No, there is a car brand which is named Renault. They are very popular in Formula One.
I know, but it's crazy because in real life, it's car. I'm so sorry.
It's because here in UAE, again, you come back again, it's here basically on what...
You know what we say in Syria about Renault? We have a saying. We say, like, it's the most car that people in Syria make fun of. Whoever has a Renault, they say...
Pinocchio?
يلي عنده Renault, Allah يعينه.
Yeah.
Because it's like so ugly looking, like the actual car.
You feel like a Pinocchio nose. Yeah?
Literally, it's a toy. It's حتى the drive of it. I've rented a Renault before. I felt like I was driving a Mario Kart.
Okay, about Renault.
What is that?
Okay, about Renault, I used to own one, which is the Megane RS from when I was working in that company.
You worked for Renault?
It's basically Al Masoud. It's not an advertisement, but I used to work there. In Nissan, Infiniti, and Renault. For me, working there was the best. Like, working in cars, basically, I love it. It's a passion, you know? It makes me energetic every day. Halla, if you check Renault Megane RS, it's a 4-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like a smaller engine. It sounds like a really sportish. هلا Renault are actually good with engines.
Yeah.
هلا forget about reliability. But when it comes to performance, they actually make a good car performance.
I don't know, because I remember like it doesn't go up on mountains well. It slides. It's very light. يعني, it's not a car that I would feel safe in. And it's definitely not a car that I would speed in. No way.
I would tell you why.
But it
I would tell you why.
It sounds like a broken
really.
record with the
I will tell
engine.
you why. Renault, the old one is different from the new one. Renault, the new one, it's more safety. Actually, one of the most safest cars are Volvo and Renault. And Subaru then come later. Hala, Megane, okay, this is a personal thing. I used to own it. I crashed it. Total loss because of one guy. So the guy, when he was about to cross from a road to another side, I completely couldn't see him. It was like almost in a sunrise. So I saw him passing through. I couldn't slow. The thing is, the car actually braked by itself, but there's no chance to stop it.
Yeah.
When I crashed, I thought I'm gonna be dead. يعني هلا العمر بيد ربنا, you know. But the thing is, when I crashed, I looked outside the car. The car is crashed completely, but it's not that much of damage.
Oh really?
It's not. It was يعني I felt it's
on
only
what speed was the crash?
130, 140.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah. I
oh my
survived.
God.
You know what's funny?
How did you survive?
Okay, there's something funny. Wallah, I swear. Only one scratch on my hand was.
No
Nothing
way.
else.
Alhamdulillah.
Nothing else. The car, when it's crashed, actually the engine went down. So when I looked at it, the engine is completely down and the transmission is bent down. So nothing came to my body.
Okay.
So I was lucky with this one. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. But I was very, very
But maybe that's a God thing, not a car thing.
Allah, aside from religion,
I don't know.
okay. Allah, of course, يعني زي ما قلت لك, it's from God, أكيد.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it comes next after that the car has safety feature. If, let's say, if I was in a Toyota, it...
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I don't want to say it, but...
Literally, particles.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you been seeing the Cybertruck? Elon Musk Cybertruck?
You know what I call it?
It's blowing up.
I tell you why. If you bought this car in 2019, you would be having a profit from this car. In 2019, now I think it costs around 800,000, 900,000.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it's failing. Apparently, a guy, it blew up in him to the point he was burned so bad that they couldn't identify who he is. He was ash, like complete ash. So that's what scares me about. Actually, that's a question. What do you think about electric cars, not petrol? No, right?
You can see my face.
Oh my God. Like,
no.
Imagine like, oh wait guys, I have to charge my car and then I'll go out. What?
Not only that, the thing is, they say it's good for the environment. Actually, lithium battery is the worst. Yeah,
but it doesn't feel like a car. It feels like you're driving in a video game because it's so smooth. By the way, it is smooth. I'll give it to them. It's very smooth, but like there's no sound. There's no feel of a car.
About the Cybertruck, when you mention it, sometimes when I look at it, I feel, you know, the fridge at home that is silver, it's like a moving fridge. So when
literally, it's so ugly.
And I touched it. By the way, when I touch it, wallah, I swear, in our house we have the same fridge, the same feeling.
Oh my God.
It's strong, yes, but like
but it's strong electrically. Like it removes the meaning of what a car is. A car is petrol, it's engine, it's burning, it's fire.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the thing is, there is advantages about this car and there's disadvantages. If you look at it from the bright side, you can get profit from it. People who bought
stocks wise, maybe.
I'll tell you why. People who bought it in 2019, it was cost around 300 something. It's lower than $500,000.
Okay.
When you want to sell it, it's more than $500,000.
Because it's rare. There's not a lot produced.
No, not only that. In that time, there was a pre-order thing. When you pre-order, it's much cheaper.
Of course.
When it came to the market, the actual price dropped. When it came this price, I was shocked. So those who bought it,
investment,
it's good investment.
But until it blows up, until the robot blows up. Oh my God, it's a robot. حتى No.
I don't like it. No,
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Neither a lot of people will not. There are people who I have from my friends. They used to have a petrol car. They bought Tesla.
No, what a downgrade.
It's a downgrade, but he bought a P100D. There's something good about this car. But still, for me, if there is no sound in a car, it's not only about sound.
It's
the feeling.
It's feel, yeah.
The feeling. صراحة, the feeling of this is
That's also
something.
why I like old cars and I prefer old cars, because it feels like you and the car are one.
Yeah.
And you feel every single movement, every single vibration.
About this one.
Yeah.
You should be happy.
Why?
I will tell you why. Back in time, most people who were driving cars are men. Nowadays, it's very easy for women to get a driving license. صح? You should be thankful. Back in time, it was totally different.
That's the only thing I thank feminism for.
Yeah, okay.
Because I love driving. I actually really do. Not like when it's rush hour, but I like driving.
But the thing is, back in time, we used to have 3 hands. I'm talking about my leg is a third hand. So you have your right hand to hold the gear, and you have a left hand, and then you have the clutch. So for me, it feels like you're connected to the car.
Yeah.
So you have your clutch and you accelerate, and then you have your right hand for the gear, and then you have your for the handle, the steering. I don't know, traction, something like that. So yeah, you feel you're driving a car. Nowadays it's automatic. Automatic cars are. I have my car. I hate driving automatic.
You don't like, because you wanna like.
I feel connected.
Like you wanna feel no, but you do if it's a tiny car and it's small and it's a supercar ish.
Most supercars are automatic, so it's fine.
Exactly.
But still, you have something called which is like auto manuals thing where you shift.
Mine shifts. It does manual, but I don't know how to use it.
Don't.
No, I really want to learn though, because when my dad drives my car and I see him shift to manual and he's doing ashya and like.
How old is your dad?
Oh my God.
Embarrassing question, huh?
I will not expose him like that. But he's not that old. He's less than 50.
Still young. Even if he's 50, still young. For me, this is
he's young. Yeah. He's young. He's a young dad. So yeah, like he's also, that's where it came from for me, like loving cars from him, because also he used to race, but also because that's all he does in life. That's all he watches on YouTube. That's all he watches on TV. All he talks about is cars.
So you got the passion from him. For me, it's totally different.
From where?
And for me, I would not say independent. When it comes to exploring, I explore by myself. But of course, I listen to my family when it comes to advising. I would take their advice and I keep it with me.
Yeah.
But how I found my passion, it was by myself.
How? Like, when did you go like, cars
like I said, I would not say I'm a troublemaker, but I love to explore things and I love to.
You're a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, whether you believe in things or in astrology or not, but I believe Sagittarius, like one of the most highest, like. The
best ones. I don't believe in those ones.
No. The biggest quality that Sagittarius have is their adventure. Yeah. They always like seeing something new, exploring something new.
I don't believe in this, but I would agree with you about this one. Yeah, and for me, I love to explore things. And I have a car, but there's another thing that I want. And for me, I love to do more than one thing. I don't like to stay on one thing. It's boring for me. So let's
Sagittarius.
say exactly. So let's say I bought the car, okay? And when I have a vision, I make it.
Okay.
Every time I have a vision for something, I will make it 100%. About buying this car, there was a lot of disagreements.
From your family?
Yes.
Why? Because they're scared for your well-being.
Yeah, after the car that was total lost, they were very, very worried about me.
Yeah.
Every time I go out, they are very worried. If I want to go, let's say, to Musaffah, which is very near, they will get worried. They will get very worried. Wallah.
I mean, you gave them a reason to be fair, like, because you crashed the other car.
Yeah, but when we had an argument about this one, I told him I will buy the car. a lot of things happen, ups and downs and everything. But see, at the end, when they saw the car actually in real life, they were so happy.
Yeah.
Now they are happy. Now here's the thing, which is made me laugh, and I was shocked. I told them I opened a file for a bike license. Okay. And my plan was to buy a bike. So the first one who I told was my mom. Hello, mama. I'm doing a bike license. She started laughing. You know,
she thought you were pranking her.
Yeah. No. Well, she believes me. When it comes to these things, she believes me. So she started laughing. When she laughed, I was like, okay, maybe there's no, or she's thinking that I'm joking.
Yeah.
But in my head, she believed me.
Yeah.
So I thought she was saying no. You know, like, no, it's dangerous. She was like, just be careful.
That was easy.
Because the thing is, why?
But bikes are more dangerous than
yeah, they are.
fast
But
cars.
the thing is, why I mentioned this topic, because most parents, they are against these things. Like I have my friends, they are actually against these things.
Yeah.
Yani, a lot of them, they used to buy their bikes behind their parents, and then they hide somewhere, and then whenever they go out, they just go out without them knowing. But Anna, when I told my parents, they were like, okay. Now I went to my dad. I'm not supposed to tap, but when I told him, I went to him like that, you know, that I'm doing a bike license. He was like, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he would be like sad about it, but he told me just go out in the winter. I was like in a shock moment, you know. I was like,
yeah,
okay,
period.
bravo, wallah, let's go. I was happy about this. For me, like I said, I have not only one vision, I have more. So if I do something, I will do more. When I bought the car, done.
Yeah.
I go for the next thing. What I need to do, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Bike. Later on, I have something else. I will go. So for me,
what's your end goal? Do you want like right now, obviously you truck race and you also drift, صح? Tell me about your drifting.
I love drifting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Usually I don't talk about my personal things in the future, what I'm planning, but I will make it very simple. What I'm planning to do is to have a project car for drifting, and the one I have is a track, and I want to own another one for show. Okay. And the bike. So this is my plan. But here's the thing.
The garage doesn't fit, by the way.
No, luckily we have. Okay, we have. There is something that people would disagree, but Anna, for me, like I said, I have different vision, and I also always different from people.
Yeah.
Like totally different from people. The way I think in every way, it's totally different. So my plan is to own 3 cars. Okay. Same brand.
Same brand? No.
Wait.
Okay.
My car is automatic, which is, I'm sorry guys, يعني الصراحة it was something that happened in a quick way. And when I bought the car, I was rushed. And now I'm driving every day.
It's not good for every day, your car. Like it depreciates its value if you drive it for daily use. Like it should be just for racing, you know, or just for...
And that's why. People, they told me like, just buy another thing. No, for me, when I find something, خلاص. So I had a plan where I want to have a car for show, one for track, and one for drifting. The one for drifting is totally from the one I'm owning. For now, I don't have any idea which one I'm planning to, but most famous
My
cars...
car is the best car for drifting, by the way.
I have to disagree.
It's insane. Have you seen her drift?
Yeah, for BMW is amazing for drifting. It's
BMW
amazing.
is top in drifting.
As top as what?
Drifting.
Number 1?
Yeah, to me, like how I see it.
What do you think? No, tell me, yes or no?
I don't know the facts. Okay. Like, as a fact, I don't know. But to me, like, every time I look up drifting or I see drifting videos, it's always a BMW. That's drifting. Okay. Always.
The best car for drifting as stock one is the Nissan Z. It's always this one. As a stock, and how we're talking stock.
Yeah.
I always put modification on the side. When I talk about a car, I look into it as a stock one. Nissan 370Z is the best car for drifting. And not only that, about this car, why I love especially about this car, it was the most selling car from 2010 till 2015.
Oh.
Now it's what? Ford Mustang. That's why I call it taxi. But I cannot call the 370Z as a taxi because it has a reputation and people who used to buy it, any type, any category you can think of, they buy it. And it's daily use. You can track it, you can drift it, you can... صراحة, this engine is amazing. يعني do whatever you want with this car. It will not break down.
Oh, really?
Impossible. That's why I love Japanese car. Less headache. Hello, okay.
Also cheaper to fix.
Hello, when people look at something that is cheaper to fix, it's not because of يعني
because it's cheap. No,
it's something good.
Yeah.
If you look at the other cars, and I have a lot of things to expose about these things, but I don't want to mention.
Expose. This podcast is for exposing.
So the thing is, what I feel like Japanese, they know how to see why Japanese is successful because of GCC. One of the main things. If you look around you, everything that is bought from Japan, their most consumers are GCC.
Yeah, true. Even on the road, you see that.
يعني you cannot imagine the numbers. It's very crazy. Any consumer, they always prioritize GCC.
Yeah.
They never prioritize anything. That's why USA, they are making their own manufacturers. But still, when you look at Toyota and USA, it's not the top.
No.
It's not the top. That's why for me, anything that USA makes, for me, it's no.
True.
No.
American cars are, I think, the worst cars. They're so...
Oh, American, as
like,
Ford, Dodge.
Yeah. American and British cars suck. They suck. I like German, Japanese.
Okay.
I feel like... Okay, I'm going to give my ranking.
You love Japanese car.
Yeah.
First bomb.
No, of course. I have to put respect on Japanese cars. They are insane. They're unstoppable. But I think top 3, I would say... German, Japanese, number 2, number 3.
You have, by the way, you have
Italian.
See, you have Korean.
Because Ferrari.
Okay, see, you have Korean.
Yeah, Korean is good. No, Korean is good, but it's not better than Japanese.
You have Chinese, by the way.
Horrible. They're toys. They're nothing. They're plastic. Honestly, though, the MG7, the 2023 one, wow. صراحة wow, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, MG, they put a lot of efforts.
They like
صراحة Chinese. See, the thing is about Chinese cars nowadays,
they're improving.
But let's see, when it comes to cars, I cannot hate any car. صراحة, from my point of view, I cannot hate any car because every person has his own taste, and what makes them happy, they will buy it. So if my friend, let's say he wants to buy a BMW, I would not tell him no. I would just tell him, if you're aware of everything and you're ready for it as pocket money,
100%. Be prepared for, especially if it's used, like you buy it third party, second party, I don't know. If you buy it used, be prepared to be in Safah every single month, at least 3 times, at least 4 times. Randomly, this stopped working. Emojis on the dashboard.
Even the new ones.
No, come on. We have new BMWs and I have mine. I chose mine specifically because it's old. I
love BMWs, correct? Wala?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we mentioned
the new ones are amazing. They're so much better. They're improving. After 2000, there was a period where BMW was dominating. And then there was a period from, I think, 2009 to 2019. Crap. Like absolute crap.
2000, yeah, you can say that.
2020 is when they started improving again, and now they're skyrocketing. Now they're like mafi depreciations in the... La! Wallah, they're doing amazing now, the cars.
See, Anna, when I say I love BMW, I'm talking about the old ones. Anything later than 2018, 2019. يعني, no. صراحة, no. The new ones, I don't like them.
No.
It doesn't have a sporty style. When you
talk
about...
True, it's more luxury now. It's more luxury.
Hello, when people confuse between BMW and Mercedes.
A lot, yeah.
They say BMW is
and
luxurious.
there's a huge rivalry between the two. Like, why عادي يعني? You can have a Mercedes, you can have a B. We have a Mercedes, we have a BMW. It's fine يعني.
Yeah.
It's
But
the same.
the thing is, Anna, when I look at BMW, it's something related to sport, not luxury. Mercedes luxury.
Yeah, in the 90s and like before, BMW was used for sport. Now,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
Now, okay, it's more like, oh, it's a pretty car.
Lady driven?
No! What do you mean by that?
No,
That is rude. I am a good lady driver.
We didn't say anything wrong. By the way,
No,
we said
that sounded like an offense.
Also, most people, when they are selling their cars, some of them, they put it lady driven just to attract the...
Oh, really?
So it's something good. Actually, I was complimenting in a good way, just to let you know, Yani. So before you judge...
Oh, because, by the way, that should not make the car more likely for you to buy. Because girls, like us girls, in my opinion, I think we're crazier drivers than men. Because we'd actually like, oops, I'm just a girl. Hit a curb. Oops, I'm just a girl.
In what way?
The tire flew. Oops, I'm just a girl.
In what way? Wait. In what way?
No, when we're driving as women, and I think most girlies will relate to me, but we don't just drive. We drive, we are doing our makeup, we're talking, we're texting, we're putting music, like we're doing a lot.
And multitasking.
We're a lot in the car. We're talking to if our friends are with us in the car, forget good luck if you're on the road with us, like really. So I think girls are more dangerous drivers than men because of that, and also because like we don't really like, okay, men, they care.
Yes, continue that part.
Listen.
No, I want to hear that part.
No, I'll tell you, men care a lot if they scratch the car.
It's fight.
If they scratch the car, is a bump, is it? No, we look at the scratch, we're like, oh my God, like, insert the mouse. Like, I'm just a girl, like, it's fine if we scratch the car. But for example, let's say me, if I scratch the car or bump the car or do anything to it, and I tell my dad, by the way, I did this to the car, he goes like, yeah, okay, Allah, it's okay. If my brother does that, he's done. Like, he's done. So I feel like we get away with it more, but because we get away with it, I'm talking now, my niche is Arab woman mostly. So because we get away from it with our dads more, we're more reckless when we drive. So I think we're more dangerous than you. So no, putting ladylike when you're selling, lady driven, does not make the car more appealing. I'll be like, no, please, I don't want to buy it,
Nowadays, driving is completely different. You just use your one foot.
Yeah, and one hand.
Or two hands.
If you see me driving with two hands, be scared. One hand, don't be scared. It's fine.
Beamer.
Do you get that?
Yeah, Beamer.
Like, no, بالعكس يعني.
About since you mentioned that, I hope nobody hates me for this. So when we talk about BMW and Volkswagen, okay, and there's two things I would say. BMW is amazing. Their owners are not. Volkswagen, their cars are not good. Their owners are good. يعني صراحة
No, Volkswagen is a very good car. It stays like 10 years, 15 years.
Because, see, I'm not talking about durability. Like, there's nothing special about the car.
No, true, 100%.
At the end, it's
a basic
taste.
car.
Yeah, at the end, it's a taste. But I don't see anything that is something unique like other cars.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there is nothing to do. Like, أنا صراحة...
It's boring. It's a very boring car.
And every time I drive, I see a Golf. Downshifts.
They're crazy. By the way, who do they think they are? Excuse me, actually, whoever drives the Golf VW, who do you think you are? You think with your tiny little hatchback, ugly-looking car, you think you can cut me off? No, like, I hate them. I hate them so much. They drive like they drive like they are driving a Ferrari. They think they're in a Ferrari when they're driving. No, it's still a VW. Relax. Okay, besties, now we're gonna go into the gaming segment.
Allah yastur.
And today's game is interesting. Obviously, it's in line with our theme, which is cars. So, Raed, I'm gonna show you car parts and you're gonna name them for me. And we're gonna put them up for you on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, ready? This is the first one.
Allah yastur. What I think it's something related to a pulley. Yeah, it's a pulley.
It's a pulley for what?
شو كان اسمه الحزام belt engine. So there is a pulley in between and there is a engine.
Be more specific.
Okay. It can be seen clearly. So if you look
But
into
what
the
type
engine,
of pulley is it? This one specifically, the one I showed you.
what do you mean what type?
What type of pulley is it?
It's basically meant for the rotation of the belt. So you put it in between that rotates the belt.
طب خلاص, that's your final answer.
Yes.
It's a pulley, just pulley.
Yeah, it's
Pulley.
called pulley.
Okay, it's a supercharger pulley.
Come on, no.
It is.
It's a see. If you look at it, all of them they have the same pulley, same looks. None of them
But
looks
this
different,
one-
but it's stronger.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Yeah, and if you look at a drive shaft,
Mm.
there is carbon fiber.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Okay.
Supercharger, huh?
Next.
Allah يستر. No. Allah. Okay. That looks very weird. I think this is an old one. You have 1, 2, 3. It's something related to engine manifold.
طيب, what you said, it's an engine manifold. Is
Yeah.
that your final answer?
I would say, yeah. But it looks old. يعني down like an exhaust manifold. I would say.
Close. Very close.
So there is an engine manifold, there is an exhaust manifold. A header يعني basically would say headers manifold. Where it's your car basically.
Do you want me to tell you?
Give us the
You give up?
Yalla.
It's an air intake manifold.
I said it's I know.
He was right.
I was
didn't say it correct.
The wrong side.
But
Wow.
yeah, you were on the wrong
Okay,
side.
when I mentioned engine manifold, it's related to an engine manifold for the intake.
Mm.
Because there is only two types. One is the upper, one
Yeah.
is the lower. The upper is related to the intake.
Next,
we are
next.
very direct. We don't need to, Allah is, oh shit.
What is that?
Is that for your car?
Like, all of them are for my car.
Oh my God. That's headers for 100%. You know, this is the first time I see a header with a unique look like that. Usually they come in how many cylinders is your car? 6, yeah?
4.
4, okay.
Unfortunately.
But it's a header.
Header?
Yeah. Yeah, if you say no, I'm...
Which side of head?
The lowers. It's 100% lowers.
The exhaust. See the exhaust.
Just
Yes.
say exhaust.
No, we don't call it
Just
exhaust.
say exhaust.
Okay, headers exhaust, yeah.
Yeah. This is the answer I'm looking for. Okay.
Crankshaft.
Yeah.
There is a carbon fiber one, you know?
Okay, I'll give you, out of, how many did we do? 4. Your score, I'll give you 2.5 out of 4.
Just because it's your car.
Yeah. And because you missed the specifics. So, besties, right now we're gonna head into the talking lemon. Take the lovely lemon. And I'm gonna ask you a personal question. Now, it's fine, it's fine.
Shall I squeeze it or what?
You
should I
can if you're nervous. This is why it's like squeezy.
do? It's relaxing.
Yeah, it's relaxing. Exactly. So you can like be relaxed when you answer.
About this, I'm not يعني يلا try.
No, you have to. Whenever the talking lemon is in your hand, you have to tell me your true, vulnerable answer, no matter what.
Allah يستر.
Okay, so we talked about cars. Clearly, you're a car enthusiast. We love cars, whatever, whatever. But now I want to know. Because you said you discovered driving on your own. Like, your love for cars, your passion for cars
Yeah.
on your own. So do you take driving and, like, track racing and drifting as a form of escape from your feelings? Like, an escape from your demons? Is that how you, like, initially, like, got into it?
Okay, هلا the part where I got into cars, actually, it was when I was a kid. I had a collection, like a crazy collection. It started actually from my uncle. So my uncle used to have a car collection. When I saw him having different types of collection, I wanted to know what these are cars.
Yeah.
So I used to ask him, what's this car? What's that? I used to search what types of cars are there. Back in time, you know, there was completely different internet types.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when I was young. from that moment I got into cars actually because of him.
Okay.
About escaping, I should include bikes as well because it's all the same.
Yeah, driving in general.
Yeah, I would say driving is like a therapy to me. And of course, when a car is not silent, it's much better. You know, when you hear the sound, it's like totally a therapy. Actually, no, it's a true and a good therapy. You just drive and you put the music, khalas.
Okay.
Or without. So I could escape from the...
And what exactly would you be escaping from when you're racing?
When I'm racing, okay, see, we have dopamine. We release that dopamine. So I need to release that. And after work, I have to go to release all that thing. You know, we all have pressure in our lives, which is normal. The main concept is how to live with that.
Yeah.
So you have to have something that is rewarding system for yourself. After work, you need to reward yourself. So I reward myself with going track, different types of car meets, events, meeting with my friends. We go all doing crazy stuff. So this is how I do it. This is what I do.
Therapy, your therapy.
Yeah.
And it does actually make you feel better?
Oh my God, yes.
How do you feel? Explain the feeling.
Yeah, and I can feel the adrenaline, dopamine releases a lot, and I smile.
Okay.
Like a big smile.
Okay.
Usually big smile. Wallah. So.
And do you drive so do you drive mostly for fun or mostly to release your feelings? When do you find yourself driving the most, and which state would you be in?
Okay. The most is driving normally. Most of my time is driving normally.
Yeah.
And the good thing about me is I'm not always stressed. I'm not always, I don't overthink. Never overthink. Zero. But there is responsibility. But I'm aware of that. I use it as a normal driving. For the therapy thing is, when you're tired, khalas, you need to go out.
Yeah.
And I use it when I am tired. So I go late night driving, khalas, enjoy.
You're still not giving me the answer that I want, so I'm going to keep pressuring you.
Okay.
So when you're driving, mostly as an escape form or mostly for your own enjoyment?
Enjoyment, of course.
Okay.
Enjoyment. Escaping, it's very rare.
What mostly you'd be escaping from? Work, stress, or other factors? Like just normal life responsibilities and stress, or is there something specific? Because for me, for example, why I'm asking, obviously we all have our problems, we all have our issues. To me, driving is therapy as well, especially on the highway from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi to Dubai.
Yeah.
But even though, no matter what I'm going through, ever, sometimes I'm very happy, sometimes I'm very not happy, but there's always this one thing that I always think about when I'm driving.
It made me...
There's always one thing that every time you drive, you think about it, because maybe that thing is the first time where you drove crazy, is when that thing happened. I want to know what your thing is, that you, no matter what, always think about when you're racing, driving fast, driving for a long time.
So the thing is, I'm trying to escape from one thing, which is the work lifestyle. So because of work, and see, we all work, but we don't love our job. Let's be honest. And I don't love my job, but I'm doing it just for the money.
Yeah.
My concept is to run away from that. I don't want to be the type of person who needs to, it's like a formal thing. You wake up, go to work, finish, you go home.
It's like a robotic feeling.
Yeah, so I don't want that. And I'm more of a person who has a responsibility where I can manage and empower. So I don't like to be someone who has, for me to guide me to do this, blah, blah, blah. So for me, I'm a person who does research, so I'm aware of everything. But I would not say, I know everything. No, I'm learning. You know? But based on experience, khalas, I want to run from that track thing, so I would not. That's why I'm you could say not stressed, but worried.
Yeah,
I'm young, that's true, but you need to be aware. You don't want to be falling for that, because the thing is, when you grow, they will try to attract you more salary, more benefits, and you're gonna go
you're gonna be stuck in that.
Yes, you're gonna be stuck. They will tell you, okay, take this much of salary, you will have benefits, and I'm like, no.
And it's always going to be more. And then you're CEO. But then what comes after CEO?
And see, when you do that, actually replacing your health.
Yeah.
So for me, my health is my priority.
And that's amazing.
I would not risk my health to be in that thing. When you have your own lifestyle, it's basically there is an ups and downs. But when you have connection, networking, and of course, connection is very important to your business. If you have a lot of networking, خلاص. You got the people. You don't need
quoting Imad again. Your network is your net worth. He always says that to me.
Exactly. Yeah. So you see, for me, I have that. It's only what I'm missing is the business thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I have everything. I have people. I have a lot of support, especially from my family. So it's only that thing that I need to work on.
That's great.
All. But I never tell people, by the way. I'm more of a quiet person when it's something
when it's about you.
It's about me.
I'm the same. There's only like maybe specific people that I would like talk to usually, but most of the time, no. If I feel like it, I will send you a snap. If I don't feel like it, you'll never know if I'm sad.
That's for me. Never. I never share any of these things. It's always to me when it comes to something.
But
like
it's
that.
not good to always keep it to yourself, though. You should have some okay, maybe your outlet is driving, you release it in driving, that's good. But sometimes you need a human.
And let's see about this. When I keep it inside of me, it's like as a privacy. I don't take it in a like a negative way. I keep things to myself because when I talk, something could happen. But in my head, it's a vision. And there's something that I learned. If I imagine something and I want, it will happen. صراحة, it's true.
It's true. Anything you put your mind to will happen. You just have to strive for it.
Yes. There are many people, they are very lazy. They say, I want to do this. And for me, I don't say I want to do.
You do it.
خلاص. I don't think about planning. And I never plan for future, by the way.
Yeah.
If I want to do something, I will do it in the same moment.
And that's how it should be. Every one of us should be like this. We should live in the present because the future is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Next week is not promised. So think about what can I do now to make me better in the next hour, in the next 20 minutes, in the next minute, now. I want you, okay, since you race.
I keep it with me?
You can keep it with you, عادي. Since you race, obviously you know race buddies and you have race friends. So I want you to we're entering our shout out segment, besties, and I want you to give a shout out to your favorite race buddy. Who's your race buddy?
Yeah. Okay. Can I have only one?
Only one. Your favorite. You can't have more than one favorite.
Race buddy. Okay. I hope I don't get hate, but the thing is, all of them, they are very special to me, you know. They are like my brothers, and I love them so much. But there is one guy, he has a lot of influence to me, you know. It's for two, I would say, if it's possible. One for a biker and one for a car.
Oh, yeah, you can name one biker, one car.
For a car, I would say his name is Ibrahim. Not the full name, he knows himself.
Yeah.
He's the only Ibrahim, okay. He owns a Subaru STI 2016 or 17.
So he's like your twin.
Yeah, we both have the same color, but his car is something out of the universe. You know, he can smoke a McLaren very easily.
Oh.
Like, very easy. The car is reliable, yes, but he can smoke the car. Yani, I saw one video. So everything we do it in a drag race. When he did a drag race, he made the car look very slow, which is crazy. You're talking about McLaren.
Yeah.
McLaren is very quick. I don't know which type, if it's P1 or... But he made it look very slow.
Oh, humbling.
We go to the biker. Oh my God. I hope I don't lose some friends because of that.
No hard feelings, but we all have our favorites.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, he's the one who made me into bikes. He influenced me in a crazy way. Like, because of him, wallah, I'm into bikes a lot. So we call him Moe. His name is Muhammad Imad. He's Jordanian, typically. He's into bikes, and he owns a Kawasaki ZX-10R. He made me in love with Kawasaki. And I love Kawasaki from a long time, but his influence was...
Okay.
So these are the two of my favorite, I would say, honestly.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Okay, period. Shout out, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so we talked a lot. This episode might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think all the car enthusiasts I think my dad will love this episode, actually. I think he's gonna be very excited that he's gonna be like, I taught my daughter.
You know, the thing is, in this topic, it's not boring yet.
It's not boring. You can talk for hours. Yeah.
And it's
unfortunately on Looney Tunes we have
time limit.
A time limit. Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about, and you can keep talking, and we're not gonna.
Maybe
get bored.
if this episode hits and the besties, I call them my besties.
Yeah.
If my besties, you guys like car episodes, we can do more car episodes. Like, it's one of my biggest hobbies. Yani, I can talk about it for hours.
You never know. This podcast could be turning into a car thing.
A car.
A car
podcast.
Because the thing is, for cars, there is no limitation.
There's no limit, true.
There's no limit. It's like talking about football. There's no limitation.
Literally.
No limitation.
I think cars even more than football, which is unpopular opinion.
Yeah, it's actually more.
Yeah.
When you go through cars, it's more history. Like
way more.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Raed, for being on Looney Tunes.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, actually. I enjoyed this.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, a lot. And I wish we can go more, because...
We can go more off camera.
yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
We can surely.
Okay.
But it's my pleasure to be on the podcast.
Thank you. We had actually a very nice episode. Very enjoyable. Very fun.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Looney Tunes out. Yay! Yeah.
There are two boxer engines in this universe, Porsche and Subaru. So if you look at it, my car is actually a boxer engine. So Porsche has a boxer engine. So that's why I love it. And I prefer Porsche and Subaru for that. And it sounds like Porsche.
Yeah.
It sounds, and it's amazing. Sarah. So yeah.
Okay.